Hello, welcome to Marketing Matters, the show where we explore all things marketing and uncover those things that really matter for you and your success. I'm your host, Denise Millay, and my hope and mission is to bring marketing and technology to you in a way that's useful, without jargon, complexity, or confusion, so that you can grow your business, expand your impact in the world, and build your best life. This episode is called Your Offer. We're going to talk about what an offer is and the process of building one so that you can speak to your potential clients and show them how you can help them. Before we dive in, I want to share a quote from Jay Abraham. He's a true marketing legend, and I have this close to my desk so that I'm reminded whenever I'm creating content for my business. If you truly believe that what you have is useful and valuable for your clients, then you have a moral obligation to try to serve them in every way. So you're saying, why are you telling me this, Denise? And I'm saying, well, marketing is sales in a certain respect. And some people are very uncomfortable with that. So I get it. We all want to be genuine. We want to think we're above selling, blah, blah, blah. But in the end, selling is making connections with the people that need you. And so I want you to reframe your thinking as soon as you get that little uncomfortable feeling about selling, and think about you're sharing your gifts, and that's what you're obligated to do because you've been given such great gifts. So when you feel that trigger inside, the question is this, then I want you to just give yourself a little bit of grace and think twice about it. So what is an offer? An offer is a window. A window with a view into your business, crafted for potential clients to see how you can serve them. You as a business owner or entrepreneur have a product, offer, a service, or have expertise to share with the world. Your potential customer or client has a problem, need, or a gap in their knowledge that you can help them with. The window or your offer is a view of your service, a sample that is created with your potential customer or client in mind. It's a way to invite them into your business. And does the window need to be fancy or perfect like Fifth Avenue in New York? Not necessarily. It should be authentic and represent what the experience of working with you and your business is like. You could dress the window any way you like, but make it speak to the need of your potential customer or client, and be creative. Being creative means finding a way to showcase what you have to offer while addressing a need your potential client has, and doing it in a way that makes them want more when they encounter it. You want to entice them visually and emotionally with a sample of your product or service. By that I mean, create a clear picture they can recognize instantly with images or words that trigger an emotional response. For example, in the picture shown, you see freshly baked bread, right? Gorgeous sized loaves ready to be cut. You're just dying to go inside to smell them. You can almost smell them without going inside, right? And then you see this uniformed person behind the window in the shiny, clean glass, and you know they're a professional, and you know that's got to be great quality stuff that you want to taste, right? That's what I'm talking about. So that you could trust that these people have it all together and they're professionals, right? Now, this is freshly baked bread in a bakery bag we're used to seeing every day. It's a step up from packaged sliced bread, right? But it's nothing fancy, and it's common. It's not a big deal. It's nothing that triggers a response, an emotional response, right? So you want to also entice with imagery and content, and wherever possible, create an experience that gives an outcome they want. So always keep in mind that your potential customer is looking for an emotional outcome. They're looking for that connection to their problem that's keeping them up at night. And then when you can, if you show your personality when appropriate, depending on your subject, and you could be playful, you could be witty, you could be, um, you know, very, very intelligent, you could be very laid back, and whatever fits the emotional response that you think that they're needing. So let's talk about this offer, okay? There are two parts to your offer. There is the content you're sharing, your free sample or other service that fits your business. And then the messaging you will use to let your clients know all about your offer, right? All about your content. So we're going to talk about the content. There are many forms of it. There's guides, reports, how-tos, they're often referred to. The goal is to give enough info on a topic that is relevant to them without telling them everything, without giving them an encyclopedia, right? It's not a book. It's not an ebook. It's like one I created here called the Facebook Lead Ads Guide for Tech Services. I talk about what a lead ad is, what the purpose is for them, and how to use them. This one had a little bit more detail because this was for technical people, but in general, it was an overview and enough to show that I knew what I was talking about and to teach them a little bit more detail so that they felt more comfortable with the process. Templates. Then there are templates. They could be for emails, ads, posts, anything you could share that's useful to your client. So an example I did last year was to offer a set of email templates like the one shown here. The goal is to make them easy to use. You know, the person I was giving these to, they substitute their info easily into the template, wherever there's red and wherever there's underlines. And the goal is to let them substitute and it's ready to go so that they don't have to do a lot of thinking about it. So social media graphics and post templates are also very popular. And when you think about it, if someone's writing an email a day, that's, 200 and however many days that are business days per year, that's a lot of emails, right? It takes a little bit of time to do them and then to key them in and to do all this stuff. So if you could give somebody, say, 5 or 10 emails that they don't have to write, that's pretty good help, right? That's a week and a half or 2 weeks worth of emails that they may not have to write. So think about giving as much as you can there, and it doesn't cost you anything, right? And then the last one we're going to talk about, or another one, is we're going to talk about lists. So secrets, tips, hacks, etc. These are often 1 or 2 pages, quickly consumed, enticing to read. There's something about secrets and hacks that make people want more. Could be 5 tips for family harmony at Christmas. It could be 3 ways to jumpstart your new online business. 3 social media hacks to save you tons of time, right? In this example, I had 5 social media marketing fails, and the subtitle was Why 9 in 10 Ads on Facebook Lose Money, the 5 Deadly Mistakes You're Probably Making. I don't recommend doing negative titling and headlines for your reports. I did this at the request of a specific audience that had people that responded well to that. In general, I like to use positive outcomes and positive things to catch people's attention as opposed to sarcasm or things like that, because you tend to draw to you the type of person that you present outwards. So I try to present positive wherever possible. This one was one that I wrote for someone else. But you get the idea, right? And then there's video. Video has grown over the last 2 years like crazy. Like obviously the pandemic did it, but it was coming before then. Streaming platforms and the pandemic made video more comfortable for so many people. And this caused the marketing world to embrace video and expand its acceptance a lot faster than if it had just been a natural progression. People now expect to find video content for everything they want to know on YouTube. And this is a terrific free offering for so many reasons. They get to see you in action, hear your voice, listen to your tone and your expressions. You could also do a video series or an interview on any topic and send the links to the videos when they sign up for your free gift, right? You do the interviews with industry experts and give links to the videos. So in this case, I had 3 women who were all in the same line of business, and we did an interview about marketing. And I shared that with my group that I was in. So you can also record yourself on a topic and do a Facebook Live about it if you're passionate about it. You just do little clips and put them up on Facebook, and you'll get a lot of traction. Facebook likes to share video. So anyway, yeah, they're really video's really gone wild. The other thing you could do for an offer is offer a free short consultation or call, right? These can be done by phone or Zoom. The important part of this type of offer is to have it laser targeted so that it's one thing that you can help them with or that you're going to discuss. Okay, so that time together is not spent talking about too many things, because you know how a conversation is when you don't know somebody. And you have to control the conversation if you're going to do this. And it's advisable to have them give you some background before the call. So you might want to know their website to take a look at it. You might want to look at their LinkedIn profile or their Facebook page, right? Anything that you can use to qualify them to see if they might be a right fit client for you or not, to tell you whether this call needs more preparation than others do. So these are really great for financial advisors and other people that do one-on-one services, realtors, etc. So you might consider that. The other type of content is online webinars, also called workshops, mini courses, salons, master classes, right? They're a way to spend 30 minutes presenting information to potential customers with the intention of teaching and helping with a portion of a topic, and then selling into a program or course or a membership at the end of the webinar. So these should only be used when you have everything ready to sell a product or service at the end. Enticing imagery and content is really key to this stuff. Wherever possible, you have to create an experience that gives an outcome that they really want. So one thing I will say right now is there's a lot of webinar fatigue after the pandemic has hit. So be careful. People are not as ready to schedule and give up their time for a webinar as much as they were before. So make sure that you've primed them and warmed them up with other offerings before you jump to the webinar and event stage, because you really want your market to respond to your offer for the webinar or masterclass. So the second part of your offer, now that we've talked about what your content is the messaging that goes around putting it out there, right? So it's the messaging is about the content you're offering, right? The main title or headline. You describe action words, you use unique, specific. A title should have enticing, active words, right? Then there are post text and email text. You want to craft messages that speak in an authentic voice that's very conversational. And then there's website text. It's needed if you plan to post the offer on your site, but in general, if someone engages with an offer, even if it's on social media, you want to have a website text, or if you have a website, that supports that offer. So answers any questions they might have. So, and you should post a link to the offer on your website as well. So if anyone gets there by organically from some other way that they meet you, whether it's LinkedIn or Twitter or whatever, then they'll see the offer too. So when we talk about messaging, we're really talking about writing, right? So let's take a look at the most important parts of your offer messaging. So the first one is headlines and titles. Headline, you want to follow the 4 U's. They are urgent, unique, ultra specific, and useful. Now, This is what copywriters use in writing sales letters and sales offerings. When you're writing a title for a giveaway, that may not be, you may not spend quite as much time getting it all four of these used. But I will tell you that if you look for something that's urgent, like if you try to adopt these, you're going to cut through the noise of all the other people out there putting out content just like yours. Well, it's not just like yours, it's yours unique, but the type is out, there's a lot out there. So everything you do to make yours different is a benefit to you. So if you follow these four U's, you're going to come up with a headline or a title to your product and your advertisement for it that's going to engage people better, right? So urgent, action oriented, encourage action, but it's also to trigger a connection to the outcome that they want. Okay? Unique. You want to set it off apart from other similar ones and break through the online noise. So you want to use a title instead of saying special report. You might say exclusive background information or exclusive. I'm drawing a blank on words, but you know what I mean. Go through your thesaurus, go through the different kind of words and what sounds good. Do some looking online, see what catches your attention. See if there's something that you see on LinkedIn or somewhere else that you're like, wow, I really like those words. Try that. Try and see if that would help you. Ultra specific. This one I love. Generalities fall flat. Like in my previous slide, I show you Facebook lead ads masterclass. There's nothing specific about that at all, other than the lead ads part, right? You want something, you don't want the best software to use online. No, you want the top 10 free softwares to use, right? You want to use everything you can to make it as specific as possible. And it helps them make connections and solidify with your offer when you say, oh, that's quick, that's fast, 5 free, 5 top this, right? And then you think about Dave Letterman's top 10 list. Everybody loves a top 10 list, right? It doesn't take too much time, it's funny, right? Okay. Useful. It must connect to an outcome, need, want, desire that they have. Useful isn't what you think is useful. Useful is what they think is useful. Even if on the inside it's what you think it is, what you call it is what they think is useful. Okay? So we're back to the features and benefits of a product do not sell it. The emotional feeling they have when they experience it is what you want to sell them with. Okay, so now we're going to talk about samples of each of these. So again, here's my Facebook lead ads masterclass. As I mentioned, it's not very specific. It's useful, right? It's little specific and it's unique. A lot of people weren't doing masterclasses on these. It's not every day. Here's a better one though. Guaranteed results. Add 7 figures to your business with an automated pipeline program. Tells you everything you need to know, right? Here's a title we went through before. 5 social media marketing fails, why 9 in 10 ads on Facebook lose money, blah, 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 right? That's incredibly specific. It's unique. It's useful to somebody who's looking for that, the failure option. It can be turned positive very quickly. And then here's another one. My Building Influence Guide, 3 strategies to up your online game in 30 days. Now that's very concrete and specific, right? And a lot of people want to know how to work online, how to do things online, and they don't have a lot of time to do it. So that responds to that. It's what they want, and you give them what they want. Now on the inside, it's 3 strategies. Anyway, it's really a great way to frame what you're doing, right? Now, the next type of messaging that we have is posts and emails. Now, things to remember when you are doing posts and emails is that this is about the offer and the outcome your client wants. It's not about the features and benefits. So if you had to write yourself a bumper sticker and stick it on your wall in front of you, it's about the offer and the outcome your client wants. It's not about features and benefits. The second thing you want to realize is that keep it brief. Everybody is skimming. I don't know about you, when's the last time you read an article that was more than a page, right? I used to sit and read the New York Times from cover to cover, reading all the articles, even the continuations. I can't get my brain to wrap around a long article on my computer screen. I can't. I can do it on paper, but I can't do it on the computer. A lot of people are that way. They're skimming, and we've learned how to read faster. So make sure that you're not overly wordy and that you keep it to the point. The other thing is be conversational and use natural language. When you write a report or you write a presentation or you write something for your business, you want it to shine, you want it to be grammatically correct. And there's grammatically correct and then there's over correct, right? You want to make it so it flows. You can use semicolons and dashes and dots. You don't have to have perfect, like you're writing a report, grammar. Make it conversational, okay? I don't mean be negligent in your grammar. I just mean you can be fluid with it. Overuse ellipsis to make things connect, dashes, arrows, whatever you have to do. As long as it makes it more engaging and helps it flow through so it doesn't get dry. And use images if you can in your posts and your emails that connect to the text and the outcome to support what you're writing, okay? And now we're going to talk about websites, website text, things to remember. This is where the details go. This is where you have the frequently asked questions answered. This is where you put supporting proof for you and your business. So this is where you have information about your team, about you, about how you started your business, what your mission is, other testimonials that you've gotten from people. This is where you put what you think, articles you've written, etc. So a website isn't just a shingle to advertise your name, address, and phone number and email, right? It's way more than that. It's not even just a resume. It is a full portfolio on you. So you want to answer whatever questions they're going to get to if they come to your website after collecting your content or whatever, and they have questions, you got to answer them on the website. So you need to anticipate what that's going to be. And that's where all the detail goes. So you don't want your giveaway, lead magnet, whatever it is, to answer all the questions. That's what your website is for. And then, again, be conversational. Use images to support as much as possible because, again, nobody's really reading everything. They're looking for their answers, so make sure you have differentiations in text, not too much text together. Use headlines, subheadlines, different bold characters. And, excuse me, then you will really be helping people with their needs, okay? So I highly recommend that you take the time to put all these writings and content together before you launch it out there because you'll feel much better and you'll get much better response. So, my free tool of the week is Pexels.com. It's a website, okay? It's going to make your life a little bit easier. And I'm just going to tell you to go to Pexels.com. It's a free stock photo platform that you really don't even have to sign up for. But all they ask you to do if you use a photo from the site, and there's millions of photos there, and they're really high quality. I've used a lot of them in this presentation. is if you have an opportunity to give credit to the artist in either writing or a footnote or whatever, that you do that. I used it for the giveaway that I'm mentioning, and it's really fantastic. So I highly, highly recommend it. Now, I also have a free gift for you today. It's a guide containing info for 5 online tools that will change your business. These tools are available online at no cost to you and are intended to save time and energy to get things done. So, you want to go to https://mmediagroupllc.com/free-gift. I'll give you a minute to make a note of the address and take a screenshot for later. And also, I want to tell you about my business a little bit. So, I work with people to get their technology set up, and I help automate their marketing activities. So, for example, if you need a funnel set up, or as I call them, social selling pipeline, where you have multiple places that you're going to be presenting your free gift, then that all traffic has to come into a landing page. So you need a page for everything to come to. And then you have to have a way to deliver the free gift, right? So that's all a pipeline, and I help people do that. I also help people create their websites. So I work through it with them and pick the colors and the templates, and help them write the content and get it up and done quickly and easily. I also have some courses online, and I really aim to try to make technology easier for people to use. So that's really what I'm trying to get done. So if you'd like more information, please visit my website, mmediagroupllc.com, for more info. And you can reach out through the contact page on the website or via email that's on the website if you have any questions. So, I'm so glad you could join me for this episode of Marketing Matters. I know how precious your time is, and my hope is that you came away from this episode with some nuggets you can apply to your business. My aim is to provide clear, useful info for you so that you can have a thriving business and amazing relationships with your customers and clients. As always, if you have any questions, drop a post on my show Facebook page, Marketing Matters Show, or there's a link to my page in my profile, or you can join me here next week for our next episode where we'll dive into more marketing topics that matter for you. Thanks very much for your time.